Everybody, sorry for the audio issues, but we are back today with another Sackboy Big Adventure video. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about the pod because it was confirmed, I think a few days ago. I made a video on it that's doing really well, but I mean, nothing about it's been really shown. We just saw it for like 10 seconds, and I'm kind of wondering, are we gonna get, is the pod going to be properly back? So, we did see in the PS5 tech demo, Sackboy was in a world map that was fully explorable. You run around the map, like a Freddy little, like a mini Freddy area, and it looked really cool. And there were also several things you could do to customize the map. That was really cool. And when people saw it, we thought that there was no pod. But then a week or two later, we got this new footage showing off the pod with the pod coming out of nowhere and landing them onto the level. Okay. However, what I find really weird is that the PS5 people did say they wanted to remove all barriers to gameplay. And the pod feels like a barrier to gameplay because you have the free planets, which in the main games, which was the story mode planet, the create planet, and the community planet. But now that the community and create planet don't exist, do you actually need a pod as an area between those worlds? No, you don't. But it begs the question of why is this a thing? Because they always say they want to remove barriers to gameplay. This seems like a barrier to gameplay. We also saw that in a UI demo, he went from, the guy who was playing on the thing, he went directly from the home screen of the PS5 into the game. He didn't stop by the pod first, out the pod. But we still see it in this new footage. This was I got this footage from LBP Live, by the way. But it's just kind of weird. I'm going to say, do I think it's necessary or not? I don't think it's necessary. I feel like if they want to move barriers to gameplay, the pod is a huge barrier to gameplay. And because stickers decorations are probably not returning, there's nothing to do in the pod. My theory is the pod is not really back. It's like when you start off on the Freddy world map after you go through the title screen, of course. If there's a title screen, if PS4 version there is. And when you enter a badge, you have this small little cutscene of the pod entering the level. That's my theory. But then we also, on the UI demo, Sackboy starts off in the level. He doesn't use the pod. But in this new footage, we see him use the pod. So I'm really confused. I know a lot of people probably are confused. I'm going to try to answer that question. I think that this pod is going to be back, but only the first time you go to a level. So you're going to start the game. You're going to spawn in the world map, is my theory. You're going to spawn the world map after the title screen, and then when you go into a level badge, for let's say the level A Big Adventure, you will skip the pod entirely, you'll go into the level, and then the first time you go into a level, there'll be a cutscene where the pod comes into play. If you play the level a second time or a third time, maybe there is no pod, or if you partially complete the level, there'll be no pod. But the first time you go into a level, the pod will reappear. This is my only explanation for why we see it in this new footage and we do not see it in the UI tech demo. I made a reaction video too, you can check that out. And it's my only logical explanation for me that you only go on the pod the first time you go into a level. Even then, it's only as a really tiny cutscene. Even then, in the UI demo, we all saw this cutscene for a few seconds showing off gardens. So, if there's a cutscene where there isn't a pod, why would the pod be back here? I honestly think the pod isn't real. I think that the pod, it was just there, I guess, to make fans excited. I honestly don't know. Nothing's been confirmed. Okay, so here is my overall theory. So the pod it only comes into play when you're in the hub world, and then through the pod, you can go through option menus as well as the game. So you spawn in the pod. This is my new theory. So I made one before, but I'm going to make a new one. So you spawn in the pod as soon as you go into the game. Maybe in PS5 version you don't, because you can just skip that because of the fast loading times. Then through there you can go through option menus, maybe some multiplayer areas as well. Or the main story mode planet. You will go into the story mode planet and you play levels. And then you can walk around the world map. That's my theory. The pod is just kind of there for more fan servers than anything. And it's be where you start off as when you first open the game. Then for that you go to the world map, and then for that you enter levels. Kind of clunky, kind of weird, but I love it. The pod is a really fun area. If they can somehow bring back the pod without it being clunky would be a good idea, but I honestly think it doesn't need to exist. What are your thoughts on that? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. I want to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So thank you all for watching, and I'll